Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Tatiana. I'm the other half of 53 Marcel, and today we're kicking off the second segment of our series, Restarting in 2021. And what better way to restart your finances? So today I'm just here to really share what I've learned in 2020, basically my financial habits that I've developed over the years and that I think you should start yourselves. Maybe I should go into first my background. I am 28 years old. I live in Toronto with my parents, like a typical immigrant family. In 2020, I did seek professional advice from a money coach. I would call him that. I learned a lot about, my spending habits, how to improve them, and to reach my goal, which is to purchase property in the future. Okay, so now we can actually get into the nitty-gritty of the video. I have 5 financial habits that you should start now. Okay, so number 1, write down your expenses. I cannot stress this enough. I wasn't doing this before I, started consulting with my money coach. I was not aware of how I was spending my money. Sometimes my credit card statement would come and I'd be like, oh my god, I spent this much this month. And I'm sure many of you felt the same. It's more impactful when you're writing it down. You become aware and you're more a conscious consumer that way as well. So I recommend writing it down in an account book. This is what my money coach gave to me. You can find these books, like this is what accountants use. It's like basically like a ledger, but it's a record of your transactions, so your debits and credits that go into your account. I just put down, the date and the transaction item, the amount, form of payment, and if you have your paychecks, whatever coming through, your revenue as well. So I've been doing this since February 2020. So now I have a good understanding of how I'm spending my money. And you can get these at Staples, Walmart, probably the dollar store as well. In addition to that, you should also look into maybe using like Mint, which is a budget tracker planner application. Where it can link all of your accounts, whether it's your credit card, your bank account, your investments, all in one place, so you have a big picture of your finances. And you're able to also include your budget amount, and you can also indicate if you have a financial goal that you want to reach, so it gives you suggestions on what money you need to put away on a monthly basis. Number 2, reevaluate your spending habits so you can cut down your expenses. Once I started writing down my expenses, I knew how and where I was spending my money, and that way you can see maybe I'm spending too much money on takeout and I should reduce the amount of takeout that I eat. There are certain expenses that are not in your control, like car payments, gas, rent, mortgage payments. Like those things you can't control the amount that you're spending, but there are other things you can control, like groceries. That's a really easy one, like food in general. And I have some excellent tips for groceries and takeout to help you pretty much save as much as you can. Trust me, it's worth it. Okay, so groceries, a couple tips. Definitely meal prep, so you're not going in blind in the grocery store, especially if you have a budget, the amount that you're willing to spend on a grocery trip. So I like to go in with like meals in mind, so I prepare before I go. And in addition to that, I also use an app called Flip. When I was little, we used to get like the flyers, and you could go through and compare prices from grocery store to grocery store. So now it's electronic. You can do that on Flip. It's on your phone. You're at the grocery store. You just show it to the cashier, and she price matches the products for you. I'm the queen of price matching. I know it's an extra step, and a lot of people don't take the time to do it, but sometimes you could be saving like $2 to $3, and I don't know, it's like you could get a free carton of eggs or milk. Anyway, that's how my mother taught me, like, like if you save money, you can use that towards something else, right? And it's true. And maybe like reevaluate where you're going grocery shopping as well. So I personally like the deep discounted supermarkets like No Frills, Basics, Freshco's, even Walmart has some really good deals. That's where I personally shop most of the time. It's through Walmart. I think it's one of like the cheapest grocery stores you could go to, especially if you need to buy like chicken breasts like I do. All I eat is chicken breasts. So Walmart is a great grocery store for that. All right, so you can save money on your groceries, and like I said, you can save money on takeout or coffee. So what I like to say is, what can you make at home? So if you have an Instant Pot or an air fryer, look up recipes, be creative. It's kind of fun to also just cook things on your own. And in Corona times, like that was for takeout. And then for coffee, like specialty drinks, you can also make that at home. Like I used to spend so much money at Starbucks. It was pretty bad. And you could be like, yeah, I'm just treating myself to like a cute Starbucks drink, but on average a Starbucks drink costs you like $6 to $7 depending on the size you get. You're getting a grande minimum. Like, who are you kidding? You're not getting a tall. On average $6, and you can easily like spend $18 a week if you go like 3 times a week, right? So I was smart and I decided to go out and buy some syrups. So like Torani or the Morin syrups. You can buy those at HomeSense and Winners. Those places are closed at the moment where you could procure yourself some syrups. It's at a store called Beanwise. I think it's out in East York, I believe, but it's in the Toronto area. I love Beanwise. I went there and got myself some syrups. You can even check out their clearance sections. You could get like a huge bottle of syrup for like $6. Like a whole bottle of syrup will last you a long time. Trust me, $6 for a huge bottle where you could use multiple times instead of paying $6 for one drink. I will let that sink in. You could use that money that you're saving. You could save that towards a goal, whatever it may be, or you could use that and treat yourself to buy something that you can't make at home. Like, for example, sushi and bubble tea. Like, those are things that you can't easily make at home, in my opinion. So that's how I treat myself when I buy takeout, usually. Yeah, that's a really good meal, sushi and bubble tea. The third habit that I started is creating a budget. So again, you start writing down your expenses in the account book, so you know your common expenses on a monthly basis, which will help you then establish a budget. I used the Canada Budget Planner. It's a free tool you can use. The government actually created a budget tool for Canadians to use because not many of us are financially literate or know how to manage our money, and this is very true. We don't learn that in school, like not in high school anyway. You can use the tool, it's free, and you have also the ability to save that information because it sends you an email with like your personalized link. And that way, if your budget changes for whatever reason, you can go in and update that information. Once you have the budget established and then you know where all that money is going towards on a monthly basis, credit statement won't be a surprise. 4, pay yourself first. So what that means is you should invest in yourself. Establish some automated payments to put aside. I personally put the payments into an investment account. Like, you can establish an RSP or other like TFSA or maybe another type of investment account. I think it's important that you put money aside for yourself. If you are watching this and you're in your early 20s, get on that ASAP. All right, and finally, the 5th habit that you should adopt is to start shopping smart. I use a bunch of apps for this. So one of them is Cashback. I love Cashback. I use Rakuten. You're going to be spending that money anyway. I'm I'm not out here trying to promote shopping for things that you don't need, but for example, during Christmas time, the cashback amount would double, triple, even triple sometimes. So you're getting not only discounted items, but you're getting cash back on top of that. Like sometimes it's like 10% cash back, 5%, which is pretty high. So look into Rakuten. You can download on your phone, use it as an app. Whenever you have to buy something, I would use Rakuten first just to see if the store that you're buying it from is associated with Rakuten. You'd be surprised, a lot of local stores, especially like Canadian stores, are on there. One of them is Majority, Canadian jewelry company. Jenny Bird was on there too, and I didn't know until I saw it afterwards, but now it's good to know she's on there too. I will have to disclose how much cashback I got from Rakuten because I tell friends about this app all the time and they don't bother, and I'm like, why not? It's not that hard. And for some reason they're skeptical about it. I'm like, yes, you do get money, and I've been receiving checks from Rakuten for a while now. Man, they sent me an email the other day to tell me my all-time cash back, and like, okay, so I have the all-time cash back here. It's $456.08. This is from May 2017. But still, that's a lot of money, $456. From this Christmas alone, I accumulated $25.82 in cashback. I'm telling you, this is how I save money. You should look into it too. So Rakuten is a good one. I've used ShopTagger when I used to like buy a lot of clothes, and I've stopped now for a while. But if you're shopping for clothes or anything, ShopTagger is really good to notify you if there's a sale. So if the product price changes, it alerts you so you can get it at a better deal. I've heard of Honey. Honey is good for promo codes, but Rakuten also has promo codes integrated in the app, so if there are any, they'll let you know, but you can also just check. Honey, retailmenot.ca is a good one for promo codes. And then finally, I also have a rewards credit card. I own one primarily, but it's a rewards credit card. It's Cashback. It's great. When I used to work at a company where I had to travel a lot, I would use that credit card, and I got hundreds and hundreds of dollars in cash back. Any big ticket items, like you put that through your credit card, and it really does add up. And it's the one that I have, it's great for traveling as well because the cashback on foreign transactions are marked up, so you kind of break even with the foreign transaction fee as well. So definitely look into a cashback credit card. That wraps up my 5 sending habits that you need to start today in 2021. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.